Whether or not a majority, and I have said this, agrees or not, the City of Colorado Springs believes implementing safe bike infrastructure is what is best for this community. It is what is safest for this community. And as the mayor has said many times now, and I will just speak his words, it is important for this city to add 3,000 to 4,000 35-year-olds every year for the next who knows how many years, because we need them to be our workforce, to take our tech jobs, to take those software designer jobs. The mayor will actually go further and say, I don't care if one more 65 or older person moves to this city, but I need those 3,000 to 4,000.
All right, Edward, do you have a response to that?
I'm not quite done. That we need those folks to move to our city, and those folks, those younger folks, want bike amenity. To do some sort of poll on a transportation implementation would be significantly, it would be unprecedented. And it would be very, very expensive, and it would be accomplished by the community, of course, but at the end of the day, we have to rely upon our transportation professionals to implement those decisions after the process with the community. We are, as you probably know, right now installing red light cameras. Love them, hate them. The city has decided that we need them because we are seeing so many traffic accidents because of people running red lights. We had 49 people killed on our streets last year, and the city really wants to do what it can to keep our community members safe when they're on the road, whether they're in their car or they're biking or they're walking. I think if we polled the community right now on whether they wanted those red light cameras, they would say no. But the city will still do it because we know that it's for the right thing for our community, because our #1 priority is to keep our citizens safe on our roads.
I believe it's important though to point out that some of that traffic that's Cascade has been diverted to Nevada Avenue. Jill asked you earlier about people to go and put up your hand if you lived on Cascade. If people that live on Nevada want to put up their hands, I think it would be important for them to go and be heard as well. Because according to the data that I read, more traffic has been diverted to Nevada, and they've got buses besides. I believe that this has put an undue strain on one section of that grid.
Yeah, go ahead.
And you're absolutely correct. We did our post-implementation count, and we're still monitoring it. But Cascade volumes did stay the same, and we saw Nevada go up 1,000 vehicles per day. So my task is to figure out why.
Well, I think from a policy perspective, we have to go back to our comprehensive plan, Plan COS. We are growing as a city, and we know we can't continue to sprawl out. It costs our government too much to build new roads, to maintain those same roads. We have to figure out how to be more fiscally sustainable. But we can't build our way out of congestion. We all know that. It's not going to work to add another lane on I-25. It may work for a few years, but then we're stuck. Then what are we going to do? We need to find something scalable. We need to find something that is reliable. That's going to be passenger rail, probably for our community. If you're out riding your bike for pleasure, you don't care how long it takes you to get from point A to point B. But just like if you're in a car, if you're on a bike trying to get to work, you want to go in the shortest and quickest route. So we don't want to ride some circuitous route through the bike trails that are very often, by the way, dirt. And I'm often in a dress riding to work. I want to ride my bike in the shortest way, in the safest way, and stay clean. So it's just like when you're in a car. Just imagine you're in a car, but you're on a bike. That's what we want.
I'd like to point out that according to the city's own data, it's 0.7% people actually use their bicycles to commute to work. So we're talking about 99.3% of the people who use their cars, and Ms. Gaebler wants to go in and have this deluxe model for 0.7% of people. So,
We can create connected and safe bike lanes, especially for women.